What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Couch Talk. We are inching ever closer to the 10 episode milestone, so yeah, I'm very excited about that. But you know what? Let's get into it straight away. Let's kick it off with some Premier League action this weekend. Starting with Aston Villa and Newcastle. Aston Villa going for a European spot. Whether that's Champions League, probably not. I don't know if they have enough in them to get Champions League. But yeah, they are flying at the moment. And they played third place Newcastle. At the time, they were third place. And Villa running out 3-0 winners at Villa Park. So yeah, two informed teams going up against each other. It was really a good game. I watched it. Ollie Watkins is been in form. So Unai Emery doing wonders there with that Villa squad. I saw a stat that said since the World Cup, and since Unai Emery has taken over, he is third on the log, just behind Man City and Arsenal, in terms of like picking up points and all of those things. So that just shows what a job he's doing at Villa Park at the moment. He's completely rejuvenated that squad. And then at St. Mary's, Crystal Palace with a 2-0 win over Southampton. Guys, I think Southampton are down. They should pack their bags and get ready for the championship next season, because I can't see any way back for Southampton. So yeah, not a good weekend again for them. But Roy Hodgson has really got the manager bounce at Crystal Palace, because they have been free scoring of late, and now picking up clean sheets as well. So yeah, that's good. And then at Goodison Park, Everton 3-1 loss to Fulham. Everton are in trouble. They're actually in deep trouble if you think about it, because there could be maybe 2 or 3 teams better off than them at the moment. So yeah, they are in 17th at the moment on goal difference. So Sean Dyche has to pull something out of the bag there, or hope that 3 teams are worse off than them, because it's not looking that great. But big ups to Fulham, man. They've been playing well this season. They are comfortably in the table, and yeah, looking good. Then Wolves got a win over Brentford. That's a big win for Wolves, because they haven't been scoring enough goals this season, and they needed a win. So big win for them. They beat Brentford 2-0. Brighton super team. Guys, Brighton have been so good since Potter left. Everyone thought, you know what, maybe they might struggle to find a new coach to come in and do exactly what Potter did, or even better. But guys, Brighton have been cooking this season, and especially since the Zerbi came in. They beat Chelsea 2-1 at Stamford Bridge, and that 2-1 is actually, it looks like a very close game. It wasn't, guys. It wasn't. Chelsea were played off the park. I think Brighton had 28 shots. Chelsea had 8. That just shows. And Brighton had 65% ball possession in the first half away from home. I think Opta stat said something about it's the most that a team has ball possession away from home in the Premier League. So that just shows. and they keep finding these gems from like South America, or like they just popping up every time they will sell someone, and people think, you know what, might be like it might not be a good thing for Brighton to sell them, but then they just like bring up these new gems. Because even the weekend in Ciso or something like that, from Paraguay, what a goal he scored. That was the winner. And Brighton have just been so good. It's so good to watch them, to be honest. Like, it's refreshing, because they're not a team that like they have all the money in the world or whatever. They're doing so well. For Frank Lampard, that's now, I think in his last 18 games, he's won one. I think it's something like that. I saw a stat. He's won one game. That's not good enough. So yeah, and then at the other side of London, North London, Tottenham went down 3-2 to Bournemouth. And guys, I think I've said this before on one of the previous episodes. And if you want to check it out, just go to my YouTube page. You will see the other episodes there. Yeah, check it out. Subscribe as well, guys. But yeah, getting back to Spurs, they lost in 95th minute. They equalized in the 91st minute. Another day out for Spurs, and another time to say Spurs did a Spursy, because you can't be losing games like that at home. So yeah, I looked at their fixtures for the rest of the season. I can't see them getting enough points, to be honest, like to get into top 4. I just can't see it. I think they might even drop out of like Europa League. They could easily play Conference League next season. So yeah, Spurs doing a Spurs basically. And then the title race, Man City beating Leicester 3-1. But on the face of it, once Pep made those subs, Leicester they were very attacking. They hit the bar. Iniacho scored. Madison had a good shot saved as well. That could have easily backfired on Pep, because he was thinking about the game in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Fair enough, he's resting like his players, but that could have easily backfired. And Haaland not breaking the record, equaling Mo Salah's record in a 38-game season. He's on 32 goals. He's definitely breaking the record now. So yeah, he's taking King Salah's record away from him. But we might come back for it next season. Watch out, Haaland. And then at the London Stadium, Arsenal bottling another 2-goal lead against West Ham. Last week it was Liverpool. This time around, West Ham again going 2-0 up, looking brilliant in the first, I could say, 20-25 minutes. And then West Ham, yeah, they brought it back to 2-2, and Saka missed the penalty. But I felt like on the balance of it, West Ham deserved that point. They could have easily won as well. I just feel like at the moment Arsenal are looking like a team that they are showing that they are a young side. I'm not going to say that they're like bottling it, but I just think like they don't have the experience of like a title run in, whereas City have that. City have been there for the past 5-6 years, every season, almost every season, and they have the know-how. They have the coach that has the know-how. They have the players that has the know-how. They've been there, done that, and Arsenal don't. Besides Zinchenko and Jesus, they don't, unfortunately. And Zinchenko has been a big miss. Saliba as well, big miss for Arsenal. I just, I feel like at the moment the advantage is on City side because they have a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, it's 1 point, the difference, and they still have to play Arsenal. And Arsenal might go to the Etihad. They might win there. Who knows? But I just personally, I've been saying I want Arsenal to win the league. I don't know now. Like now, I'm just like it's a toss up of a coin basically. I'm kind of 50-50 now. I was leaning towards Arsenal, but the draw at Anfield against Liverpool, the draw against West Ham now, just set them back a bit. But yeah, that's a big game at the Etihad. And then Man United, I feel like they have now solidified their place in the top four. They beat Nottingham Forest 2-0 at the City Ground, and Nottingham didn't really lay a glove on them, to be honest. It was United versus Navas, essentially. I thought Anthony had a good game. Bruno Fernandes had a good game. Even though they were short, I know Sabitzer got injured in the warm-ups, and then they also short at the back. Maguire looked shaky at the start, but he came out alright at the end. I can't really remember De Gea having much to do in that game. So yeah, it was in the end it was an easy win for United. I think it could have been 4 or 5 if it wasn't for Navas. And then tonight, Liverpool with a 6-1 win over Leeds. Yeah. Where has this Liverpool been all season? Like they putting in these performances like every now and then. It's crazy to think that this season alone, Liverpool has won 7-1 in the Champions League. They've won 9-0 in the Premier League. They've won 7-0 in the Premier League. They've won 6-1 tonight. So it's just like it's so frustrating as a Liverpool fan because you know their performance is in there. You know that they have it in them, but it just hasn't been like the consistency has been so far off. So yeah, but a brilliant win tonight. I thought Leeds were very cautious. They didn't really look like they were gonna give Liverpool any trouble at the back. Besides the Konate mistake that led to Leeds' goal, I thought it was probably just Rodrigo in the first half that laid a glove on Liverpool. I thought that was probably the only one. And also, can we talk about Trent's transformation from right back into midfield? That was so good to watch. I don't think I've seen Trent enjoy his football so much in such a long time. He's been doing his thing from right back in the past seasons, but he just looks like he's going to the next level in that 6 formation. So yeah, I mean that was so good to watch. It's really refreshing, and if that's a preview for next season, then I'm all for it. Liverpool's pressing was good. Salah took his goals. Jota is on the score sheet again. Gakpo scored. The front three all scoring. Nunes came off the bench and scored. Yeah, I mean, things are looking promising again for Liverpool. Obviously, just because we won like 6-1 doesn't mean we don't need any like transfers now. We still need the transfers. So, yeah, I thought it was a good win. And there are 8 games to go to see where they end up in the table. But I can tell you for sure, like I've kind of written off top 4, but Newcastle, if you drop points again and we win, just know that we are on your tails because it's going to be 6 points. So yeah, just watch out for that. And Klopp looked very happy after the game. He almost like a sigh of relief, like the weights just fell off his shoulders. I saw him like celebrate in front of the Liverpool fans, the away fans. So yeah, it was really good. So it was actually a action-packed Premier League weekend, and yeah, a lot of twists and turns, but the title race is definitely heating up now. And Arsenal, they need to start like winning again. They can't be dropping points around every corner. That's already 4 points dropped in the last 2 games. And City are fully on their tail. And City, with a run in, they are relentless. We as Liverpool fans, we know firsthand about it. So, yeah. But the battle at the bottom as well, that's heating up. Let's just check the table quickly. Because I know, like, from 16th and 17th to 18, it's only 2 points. It's only 2 points, guys. So the thing is, if you're at the bottom, like 2 wins on the spin can take you like from 18th to like 14th or 15th, and then you feel safe again, you can breathe again. So yeah, Leeds, the goal difference took a hammering tonight with that game against Liverpool. But from 16th right down to 20th, they've all played 31 games now, and there's just 2 points in it, so that's going to be a good one. Arsenal and City will battle it out for sure. It's going to be such an interesting like next few weeks, because that's going to shape up like completely. I know City have like FA Cup and they have Champions League and all that, but they have the know-how. So yeah. And then we had the NBA playoffs have started. Game 1 was this weekend, and I'll just run through the results. 76ers beat the Nets. Celtics beat Hawks. The Knicks beat the Cavaliers. The Sacramento Kings won their first game in 17 years in the playoffs. So yeah, they beat the Warriors. Lakers, what a turnaround to their season as well. Like they were almost dead and buried halfway through the season, and a complete turnaround. What a win for them over the Grizzlies. The Heat beat the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he sustained an injury, so I'm not sure. I didn't like check up or anything, but I'm hoping that it's not bad, because you obviously want like your best players playing and being in the starting lineup. So yeah, but they 1-0 down to the Heat. Then the Clippers beat the Suns. Everyone was saying, people want to avoid the Suns because the Suns are like, they're going to run away with it and all of these things. Not to be. The Clippers beat them. That's going to be an interesting series, I think. I think that the Suns will probably win the next one, and I think it might be game six. Game six will decide it. Not sure which team, but yeah. Then the Nuggets beat the Timberwolves as well. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting playoff. This right here is going to keep me awake. So Red Bull, if you want to sponsor me, I'll gladly accept that. Yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting one. The NBA, I don't know, my sleeping pattern is probably gonna be so messed up, but like I just have to. I don't know, for some reason when it's regular season, then I'm like, oh, I can't stay up or whatever. As soon as it's the playoffs, guys, I'm awake. I'll watch like in the middle of the night. So yeah. But you know what? NBA, if you're watching this, you can sponsor me as well for a trip to the US to watch a game live. I wouldn't mind. Let's move on to some URC. The Sharks beat Benetton 43-33. The Bulls absolutely smashed Zebre 78-12. The Lions just went down to Leinster, but that was a very like B team of Leinster. So I'm surprised the Lions couldn't get a win. Well, am I surprised? Leinster is a very good team, but yeah, they went down 36-39 to Leinster, and the Stormers lost at home to Munster. They shouldn't have lost that game because I was at the game, a really good game, but Mani Libok, please sort out your kicking. Like, it's been a problem in the past. It's not like great, and if you want to be in the Springbok side, your kicking has to be on point. So please sort out the kicking, because we can't be missing, like, I think it was 3 penalties and 2 conversions. It's not good enough. Like, literally losing by 2 points, it could be the difference between you winning the championship and like missing out. So yeah, please, my guy, sort out that kicking. But yeah, it's gonna be a good ending to the season. Stormers are at home this weekend to Benetton. They must hope that Ulster lose and Stormers obviously win, so that Stormers get the second place. Then Lions are at home to Zebre. Bulls are at home to Leinster, and Sharks are at home to Munster. So all the South African teams are ending the regular season, as you can say it, at home. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, but we will see how that ends up, because at the moment Stormers are third, and Bulls 7th, Sharks 8th, Lions 10th. Lions are out of it, but it's between the Sharks, the Bulls, Connaughton to see which place they end up. But yeah, I'm hoping that Stormers can get second place, because the home quarter and semi and all of that would be nice. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that was your URC. Just before we finish off, we have Champions League tomorrow night and Wednesday night as well. And in Europa League and Conference League on Thursday. I will do an episode after, probably after Thursday. I'll do an episode, just the Champions League wrap up. I was going to do one last week, but I thought I would wait until the second legs are done. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week. And please like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out. And I'll catch you on the flip side.